Tug, can you tell us about your new book that you have out at the moment?
Sure, yeah. I had a. I've always told stories, and as pilots, we always tell flying stories. And I just thought, rather than just tell them all the time, let's have a go at writing them down. So last year I wrote a book, and it's called there you go, Confessions of a Phantom Pilot, and it's all the stories of what it was like being on the Phantom. Plenty of flying in there, but it's not like the traditional aviation memoir. It's mostly about the lifestyle and, tell you the truth, all the outrageous partying that we did during the Cold War.
What we want.
Yeah, and all of the camaraderie and stuff, and what it was like to live that fighter pilot life as a young man who didn't really know what he was doing most of the time. So I wrote all these stories down, sent them off to a publisher, Fonthill Media, who just picked it up straight away, and I'm so pleased with them that they did that, and got it out there, and it's been described as a cracking good read by all my mates who are in it, and are glad to be mentioned in the whole thing. So I'm chuffed to bits about it. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the writing process?
I did actually. I found some of it quite cathartic, to tell you the truth. It's a warts and all thing, Mike. There's plenty of my mistakes in there and things I wish I'd done better. So it was kind of good to get it off my chest. I've written about people I butted up against, but I've also written about some of the best people in the world that I've ever met, and those are the people that I flew with. Some of the navigators in there are just the best people in the world that I've ever come across. So it's almost like a love letter to the aeroplane and a love letter to those brilliant people as well.
Do you think it's accessible to people who are not aviation geeks like myself and other?
Well, that's what I tried to do. I tried to write stuff that is interesting, even if you don't like aeroplanes. It's almost, I don't want it to sound cliched, but it's almost like a coming of age thing. I start off not really being very good and knowing a lot about what I was doing, to being capable at the end of it. Certainly more capable than I was when I first started. And somebody described it once as it's like a episode of Men Behaving Badly. So it's the sort of things that we got up to because the life was quite intense. And we needed to blow off steam, and we, by God, we knew how to blow off steam.
Mm-hmm. And so, where can we find it online?
So it's on everywhere you'd normally get books. It's big on Amazon. You can go direct to Fonthill Media. They're selling it as well, of course, being the publishers, and then it's through WH Smith, Addy Books, all of those things that you'd normally find it on.
Great stuff. Any more in the works?
Yeah. The second one, Confessions of a Flying Instructor. So me being that horrible tactical weapons instructor that I hated when I was a student. That's with the publisher right now. I'm hoping by the end of the year that'll be out in print. And then next year, Confessions of a Hornet Pilot, and the final one will be Confessions of a Tornado Pilot. Probably call that the final Confessions of a Fighter Pilot, because I meant to mention earlier, you said how long did I get on the F3? I only got 2 years on it, because after 2 years I got discovered with a heart condition, got grounded and never flew again. So my final Confessions will be out in book 4 of the trilogy.
Brilliant stuff,
yeah.
So we'll keep an eye out for that.